Hello, my name is Connie Liu. I'm an undergraduate at MIT, and today we're going to be talking about competition. So competition is an interaction where both individuals or a species that are involved suffer. So one way you can refer to it is by a negative interaction, because both of them are suffering from it. The reason that both individuals or species that are involved are suffering is because what is happening in competition is that they're competing for a single resource or a limited resource. And because of that, this limits growth and survival for both species. The competition means that nobody is having all the resources, and because of that, none of them are benefiting from it, and both of them are suffering because they can't have it all. Basically, they're sharing unwillingly. One example of this sort of competition that you probably encounter quite often is weeds and garden plants. Weeds often invade gardens and take all the resources away from the garden plants themselves. That's why gardeners often have to weed their gardens to get rid of these invasive plants. And the competition. In that case, the plants don't grow as well when weeds are present because they have to now share or are not getting all of the water or even sunlight or all the other resources within the dirt, maybe minerals, things like that. Everything that it needs to survive now has to be shared with the weeds. So that's why the weeds have to be gotten rid of in order to eliminate that competition. In cases of competition, even a small reproductive advantage can play a really big role in that if one species of the two has even a small reproductive advantage, it could completely eliminate the inferior competitor. One example of this is there have been studies where scientists have taken plates of bacteria and then introduced two different types of bacteria into them and limited resources. Coming back after a few days, there was only one of those species of bacteria left. Why? Because the other species was inferior. It was not able to get resources as effectively as the other one, and that means that the other more superior competitor was better able to get those resources and then could take over the whole petri dish of resources and completely eliminate the other competitor. So this is a very extreme case of competition, but something very important to keep in mind that even a small reproductive advantage can play a huge role in if a species survives and if it doesn't.